I was rushing.
All right, so back in Maccabees, it says, so Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. His servants bear rule, every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so that their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. You know, when you understand the secular history on that, you got to remember that it was 5 generals at first. You had Lycimius, Cassander, Seleucus, Ptolemy, and you had Antigonus, man. Antigonus is the one that they called him the one-eyed something. They went to war with him, man, and they took his land and gave it and parted it out to Seleucus, man. So you see the division from Jump Street, man. And that same spirit rolling all the way down to this current day where you got the Russians. You know, matter of fact, the scripture says the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, man. Esau runs the whole earth, but yet they're still divided. You got the superpowers, you got Russia, you got America, you got all the NATO, France, you know, all these other Edomite, you know, powers out here getting ready to go to war with America, man. Then you got the regular Joe Schmo, peon, redneck Edomite out and doing videos on the Illuminati on YouTube. You know? And they're brothers.
Right. Or you got the feminist Starbucks slide wearing liberal Edomites who saying that, you know, it's all good now. You know, we all equal. You know what I'm saying?
Like, we don't promote the Black Lives Matter. We know that shit's folly. But you see Edomites protesting with them Jake, man. You know, Edomites are coming out talking about the shit going on with the concentration. So they were concentration camps for these immigrants, man. These children that they were holding. You know, white congressmen trying to see the inside of these things, see what's really going down. So you see Esau's kingdom is falling, man, by this will and power YAHAWASHI, by the prophets and by his own people, man. You know, and that's how Rome fell, man. They're fighting wars on many fronts. Well, Esau's fighting a war. The elites are fighting a multi-front war as well, man. You know? And your pride also is what's leading to your destruction, man. You know, the scripture says in Proverbs that pride goes before destruction, man. You know, that's one of the main reasons you got to get the fuck up out of here, Esau. You know? Here it is, the Most High said 10%, you taking 20% from us, man. You know? The Most High said that he was going to plant his laws inside Yashar Allah and let Yashar Allah teach the rest of the nation. Here it is, you trying to put your laws in all men, you know, via RFID chip, man. Hey, the scripture says all men, both small and great, born are free, man. You know?
This is Isaiah chapter 48, this is Salaki, chapter 49. Chapter 47, verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it have perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee.
Hey, what we're reading about is your God complex, man.
Right.
You Edomites have a God complex. So-called white man, you have a God complex. Whether it be GMO, you know, towing with the elements in the sky, you know, saying that it's okay for a man to be a woman and a woman to be a man.
It's not.
Hey, if a so-called transsexual committed a murder and left DNA on the scene, every ounce of that DNA is gonna point to a man that committed that crime. Even though you might be wearing extensions and calling yourself a fucking woman, guess what? That DNA is gonna point to a man.
Right.
Every cell in your body is there saying that you're a man. You know? But Esau said it's okay for you to say that you're a woman. And vice versa. You know? But that's your God complex, Esau. You know? Not only that, you said there's none beside you, man. Well, the Most High is going to destroy your people for that, man.
Yep.
You know? It tells you in Isaiah 14 that you said, you would set your nest amongst the stars, man, and be like the Most High, man. You know? You got more now? Please tell me.
Isaiah 47:11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee.
Right. That's that death row inmate, man. You got sentenced to death, but you don't know when the execution is coming, man. You don't know when so that's why you preparing. You know, like, you ain't going, the scripture says that nobody knoweth the hour, not even YAHAWASHI, nor the angels, only the Father which is in heaven, man. So guess what? The same way we don't know when our salvation's gonna come, on the flip side of that, you don't know when your destruction is coming, man. But you know, watching the, you know what I'm saying, the times diligently, you know that it's close, man. It's not. So that's why you preparing with your Space Force, you know, your concentration camps are on and popping. Hey, these troops are probably just waiting for the order to come in here, man. You know, these police departments have MRAPs. They got military grade gear and guns, you know. Go ahead, huh?
Mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Right, so the Most High is saying all that preparing you doing is in vain, man. Because no matter how much you prepare, try to make these prophecies null and void, it's gonna happen, and you can't stop it. Because the Lord has, if somebody can get Obadiah 18, man, at the end of that it says, because the Lord has spoken it, man. It's gonna come to existence, man. And you can't stop it. You know?
I got a
yes,
quick...
Revelations 12. Go ahead.
I got a quick one for you. This is Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Done. Exactly. So that moment when that second is up, man, that's it. That's it. That's why when you read Revelation 20, it says that he must be loosed a little season, man. Right. You know, right now we in that little season of Esau's kingdom, man. Which is what? It's the decline, man. You know?
This is Job chapter 15, verse 20. The wicked man travaileth with pain all his days. The number of his years is hidden to the oppressor. A dreadful sound in his ears. This is Job chapter 15, verse 20. The wicked man travaileth with pain all his days, and the number of years is hidden to the oppressor. A dreadful sound is in his ear. In prosperity, the destroyer shall come upon him. He believeth not that he shall return out of darkness, and he is waited for of the sword.
Yeah, because he don't believe that, he didn't believe that our people was going to come out of this dark state, man. He thought our people was going to be lost in this bitch forever, man. That he was going to be able to hide us in this bitch forever, man. And the Lord had another thing coming. This is Genesis 4 and 12, and it says, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. So really the so-called white man is a fugitive, and he's on the run, man. He's running from the spiritual marshals, man. So he out here, he hitting every city, he getting lit, he going hard as he can, because his time is coming short. His time is coming to an end, man.
This is Isaiah 47 and 12. Stand now with thine enchantments,
right,
and with the multitude of thy sorceries,
right,
wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Ain't no baby blood gonna get you out of this one. Ain't no more baby blood. Ain't none of that. What they call it? When they take the blood and get high for the adrenaline. Yeah, they blood dope, drinking baby blood. All of that Illuminati, all of them dark enchantments ain't working, man. While they still and they going hard for it, man.
Because the same fucking demons y'all praying to, the YAHAWASHI created, man. That's what they don't understand, because they carnal.
But that's the trick bag, because it
man.
actually worked for a while.
Exactly.
It actually worked for a while.
Because the Most High allowed it.
And now the funds are being cut off. Now the faucet is being turned off. And now they still trying to drink baby's blood to get the same remix, and it's not working, man. The Lord is appointed a time that he cannot pass, man, and we reaching that time.
Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail.
In their youth, man. Because in the conception of this place and all of the Edomite, even Alexander, man. Alexander was conquering places and doing what? He was making sacrifices, man. When you look at secular history, it tells you that Alexander was a devout man and all of them gods that they believed in, man. So in their youth, they was doing these things and it looked like it was working because it was given into their hands, man. But now the Lord has appointed a time that they cannot pass, man. And all the sacrifices and the baby blood and all of that left-hand energy, all of the zodiac, all of that shit is not working now, man. And as they continue to try, this place is sinking further and further into darkness, man.
Apostle say circling the dream.
Right.
You got more now?
Yeah. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels.
Getting tired of drinking that baby blood, man.
Let now the astrologers and the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored. Even thy merchants from thy youth, they shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee.
Because even in the ancient world, Esau was doing business with these other nations. It tell you in Psalms 83 that they all made covenants and confederacies against our nation, man. That they all got together and put their differences aside for a moment in time to destroy the real enemy, which is the inheritance of the blessing, man. So that they could take our inheritance and split it in all these in 17 different ways, man. And just like they did before, once they got their piece, they started grabbing for each other's pieces. And now the Lord is about to let them destroy each other and give it back to who it belongs to in the first place, man. They took the long way to the same destination, man. That's the only difference, man. You got it.
When you read that in Genesis 4 and 12, they was a fugitive and vagabond, and he said he grew up in the land of Nod, right?
Right.
What Nod mean? Wondering, right?
Right.
This is Job chapter 15, verse 23. He wandereth abroad for bread, saying, where is it? He knoweth that the day of darkness is ready at his hand. Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to the battle.
And what we're witnessing is the fear of the so-called white man. When you go on YouTube, when you go on Instagram, when you go on Snapchat, and you see so-called white people calling the police on little girls selling water, that's their fear, man. When you hear on the news about a so-called white man pissing on a 5-year-old black girl and calling her a nigger, you seeing fear, man. They know that time is at an end, man. Yeah.
Mississippi burning.
He walked up on a 5-year-old black girl, pissed on her and called her a nigger, man.
That's in that movie Mississippi Burning, man, with Samuel Jackson. Yes, they deserve to die.
But all of that is showing you that the so-called white man is losing his confidence, man. Because now his whole focus is you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You Negroes can't even get in the pool with socks on, man. You can't use a coupon at Dollar General, man.
You can't even sit at your own pool chilling. I just see
you can't fall asleep on a campus you paid to be on.
Hey, the Lord is stirring up his true spirit, man.
The Lord is showing that this nigga is desperate, man. And any man with some sort of wisdom can recognize that, man. This guy's desperate, man.
That's why you had that video with that one redneck fat dude sitting in the car talking about, you know, that as white people, we need to understand what we did and get ready for retribution, man.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of simple-minded niggas on that motherfucker talking about putting the hand praise emoji like, thank you. Like the motherfucker was saying sorry. Motherfucker wasn't saying sorry. You just merely acknowledging what his people did and warning you motherfuckers to get ready for the war that's coming, man.
What it
'Cause
really,
a race
yeah.
war is coming to America, man.
And what that really was a war cry, man.
Yeah.
That was him sounding the war alarm, man.
Right,
Because when you look at there's a on YouTube VOX, it talks about the browning of America, how the populations are increasing so far above the so-called white man that in the very near future he's already the minority, but he's going to be an extra minority in that day.
They did a study in 2016 that more white people died than were born.
So they in a lose-lose situation.
It's still going.
That's why it says that it shall make him afraid on every side, man. Because no matter where he go, he don't have no light at the end of the tunnel. Everywhere he look, if you look at his government, he's $20 trillion in debt. If you look at politics, his own allies talking shit
And
about
ironically, that's happening because of his own feminism philosophy that he pushed.
it. His own system.
Yeah, his own system is what's doing it, because when you look at that feminism thing that they push in America, a lot of these women ain't doing what women are supposed to do. They're going out getting jobs and being independent women. They're not laying down on their back, taking rod and getting pregnant, man. And running a household or you know, maintaining the home.
Not only that, but
used to be back in the 50s.
They don't even desire their women anymore, man. Now they got the freedom to be who they want to be in the open. In the 50s, they had to keep that shit under wraps. They needed a house, a wife, and 2.5 kids to keep up appearances. Now they can be free to do all the folly they want.
To be a faggot and a pedophile.
And now that they have the liberty to do that, they're not having enough children to sustain their own population. So even if you take the YAHAWASHI's many judgments for them out of the equation, they're done either way, man. They're finished either way. The Lord is just gonna make it a slow, agonizing judgment, man.
I'm gonna say, not to mention they women going with Jake.
Oh yeah.
They done
They
completely.
women know what time. Hey, women flock to power, man. Them white women know what time it is. They can sense that power shift getting ready to happen, man. You know?
But
Like
the rod of correction, though. Like,
Listen.
Jake, man.
To the rod
Yeah,
of
you
correction.
seen that
Come
one
on,
bitch
man.
that took the melanin shots and got the breast implant?
Yeah,
That shit look like a demon, son.
Yeah, man.
CP or something.
No. You talking about the one who there was this one chick, she took melanin shots.
Yeah, she
Like
dark.
and
look
she
horrible.
got breast implants.
Yeah, she look horrible.
She got big
Her
little
But not
lips
even
there
that.
and everything.
There's a video going around with a little 6-year-old where the mom asked her what you want to be. She said, "Mommy, I want to grow up and be a black woman, man."
Yeah.
Not to mention they
She's a
children.
little 6-year-old Edomite.
Yo, they
she
children
was
committing
mad.
suicide at an
Yeah.
all-time high rate from being bullied and all type of shit.
They
done, man. They done.
What you call it? The
The oids, yep, they on the oids.
The heroin, man.
Oh,
They the
meth,
number
they on
one
crystal meth.
They
overdoses.
say 90% of the opioid deaths
Overdoses
is so-called white people, man.
Precept.
You got it?
This Job chapter 24, verse 18. He is swift as the waters, their portion is cursed in the earth.
Exactly, man. So now we watching that downfall. Now we watching what goes around coming back around, man.
Man,
Now we watching what goes around come back around, man. Because everything that they sold to create this place, now they gotta pay for it, man. Now, like you got this saying in the world that karma's a bitch, man. Well, it's coming back. It just took a little longer to get to you. The Lord saved the best for last,
Hey,
man.
Karma's a black man named Yahawah, a so-called black man named Yahawah.
And before they even see Yahawah, man, you gotta be an elite Edomite to see Yahawah, man. Most
true.
of these plays gonna catch a lot of these Edomites before they even see Yahawah, man. Before they even see a chariot, most of these Edomites gonna be bodied, man. The Lord gonna body most of these so-called white people before the chariots even get here, man. They're not even gonna have the pleasure of seeing a chariot, man. The Lord putting them to death is an honor, man. YAHAWASHI putting him to death, putting the so-called white man to death, he got to be elite for that to go down. He actually had to have a conversation with a demon for YAHAWASHI to come see about him. A lot of these guys gonna get taken out on race wars, famine, pestilence. You know their immune system ain't up to par. The Lord got a lot of trick bags that's gonna body a whole bunch of so-called white people before the real meat
Not
and
to mention
potatoes get here.
Going
man.
over there to the Valley of
Medicine
Jehoshaphat.
ain't out there no more, and they gotta live off the land, and they start to realize that the earth rejects them. Oh yeah.
When that draft come back around too, and they go over there to die, man.
You got it.
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord Yahawah, by Hashem Yahawashi, thy power, will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Yeah. And they persecuted us, so now what's about to happen? They're about to be persecuted. And it starts with the word. It starts with the word. It starts with Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans coming out here and saying, you're the problem. And then it's going to end with them being as a chase rope. Literally, anybody making eye contact with you is coming to get you, man.
Hey, man,
Anytime you see somebody, you running for your life, man. Just like Jake had to run for his life, man.
Yeah, that's why when you watch the movie The Hunger Games, man, the president said the most deadliest thing is hope.
Right.
He said hope comes from just spreading the word, man. You know? And that's what they had to keep low, man. And that's why Esau's last ditch effort is going to be what, man? Instituting that famine of this word, man. That's going to be his last ditch, man.
That's why the Lord said, this place is going to be destroyed by the foolishness of preaching, man. This word is changing the world already, but it's about to change the world even more, man. Because the Lord is going to make good on these promises, man. Because these not our words. We coming out of the scriptures, man. The Lord said this is the judgment, and he slammed the gavel, man, thousands of years ago. We just coming back in our lot as a reminder. When you got to pay that bill, you get that text message or you get that phone call like, hey, a couple more days, that bill due. We're telling the other nations, we're telling our nation that the Lord is about to bring judgment and pardons. You either getting one or you getting the other, man. You either getting pardoned or you getting judged, man. Ain't no gray area with Yahawashi Yahawashi. You either on this side or you on that side.
Yes, sir. Quick precept. This is Psalm chapter 37 and verse 15. Their sword shall enter into their own heart,
Right.
and their bow shall be broken. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke, shall they consume away. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his days is coming.
Yeah, because you got the USA, they sold almost $700 billion worth of weapons to Saudi Arabia. They're gonna use them on your dumb ass, man. That's that sword falling upon themselves, man. For the love of money, they sold their own death to their enemies, man. For the love of the guap, man. They sold their own destruction to their enemies, man. Helping them, man. That's why the Lord has got the so-called white man in the trick bag, man.
That's why the scriptures say, for the love of money, yo, is the root of
dummy.
evil. This, but where the thugs though? Where the drug dealers and the dumbasses, right? But Esau made an iPhone and he's a smart guy, right? Or you saying a bunch of good sounding nothing, man?
Right.
Because your word, when you go into that word vain, man, it goes back to empty, man,
right,
and nothingness, man. Really and truly, Esau, you're the real black man. You're the black man, man.
Yeah, you boy the light, man.
Yeah, you the black man. Because
Cain, what did the Lord say to Cain? From the Lord's face shall Cain be hid, man. Meaning ain't no righteousness gonna touch that motherfucking
the
face,
Lord's
man.
face represents light, man. That's
He's not gonna get it at all, man. It's gonna slide right. It's like trying to teach calculus to a kindergartner. Woo! You missed it all. You missed the whole class. You got it.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the borders.
Right.
The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Bring it out, huh?
He been a deceiver himself, so he can deceive.
Bring it out, huh?
And prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahawah, even destroy the wise men of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau?
What does it mean when they say they eat thy bread, man?
That's into
Everybody that's playing. Hey, and what Jake say? Hey, man, we eating together, man. Let's eat, bro.
Everybody here, so y'all were eating together off Yahshua. Exactly, y'all were eating together off Yahshua, man. You know, y'all were, hey, bro. Scripture says y'all were eating deliciously, man. Y'all weren't even just eating. Y'all were eating deliciously.
They all
Wait.
all hit the same lick.
Yo, you know when you go to a restaurant and something's delicious, man, you enjoying that motherfucker, man.
They did it like the Italian job, bro.
Oh.
They all got together and hit the
They all hit
lick.
this, but it's like
With
the
the
Dark Knight. They all hit the same lick, but all clowns start dropping. Everybody start killing each other once they get closer to getting the bag until there was only one left standing.
One joker left.
And that one joker left is gonna be YAHAWAH. We look like clowns to y'all, right?
Hey, you see what China did? You see China? They just tested their first hypersonic missile.
While these nations getting ready for war,
Hypersonic,
man.
when you talking about hypersonic, man, you talking about speeds damn near 100 times the speed of sound type
Who
shit.
say he
man.
already had though?
Hey, Ben had that.
Been had that.
Hey, man,
America
listen.
just tested their second. They put up a video on
Who
they
that?
But that's why they sanctioned Turkey for getting them S-400s because in the event that America wanted to pop off on Turkey, them S-400s. You saw, so for example, the missile defense system that was in Syria was the S-200. So they had an older model of what Russia gave them, and they stopped a lot of USA missiles. So with the S-400, you stopping that top-notch shit. That's why when they bought those from Russia, they hit them with sanctions.
Then Boo say his missile can't even be detected.
Hey, man, the Most High is getting ready to bring fire on this place.
Hey, that's crazy.
Oh,
He
matter
got
of fact,
U.S. testing they hypersonic
what
missiles.
is it, Isaiah 24, 22?
So what? Before you go to war, you gotta make sure that gun is oil and it's firing, man. You wanna make sure that gun's
I say
firing.
every arrow gonna hit his mark.
See what Jake
They shall
do,
not break their ranks, everyone shall run into it.
what Jake do in the hood is just a small example of what Esau's doing across the planet, man. Everybody's setting up alliances and double crossing each other, man.
I think we brought it out, but I'm gonna bring it out again. Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong.
And that's what you have now, man. You have these weak nations saying they're strong, man. They're lifting up the head, man. They're lifting up the head, man. Their allies are starting to turn against them.
Because I'm on a different mind,
You see yourself in
The
there?
world needs more people like you guys, man. Same people.
What's your nationality? Look at
Because the world is coming.
What's your nationality?
It's
What's
coming to
on
an
you?
end.
Brazilians.
Yes, I told you that already.
Huh?
Have a good one, guys.
All right, man.
Yeah,
High
that,
five. High five. High five. High five. High five.
yeah, man. The Lord raising up His nation, man. And the Lord raising up His nation begins with the destruction of the allies, man, of America, man. Making America an example of how not to run the world and how not to treat the children of YAHAWASHI, man.
I got it. This is Isaiah chapter 24, starting at verse 18. And it shall come to pass that he who fled from the noise of the fair shall fall into a pit, and he that cometh out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake. Verse 19 says, the earth is utterly broken down, the earth is clean dissolved, the earth is moved exceedingly. Verse 20, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth, the kings of the earth upon the earth, man. So, hey, so that to the 10, man. Kings that.
He said he was a Mexican. He said he got a jig at his job. He's a black guy. He got a jig at his job and tell him, now he's leaving. He said, man, he said, I know the Lord will bless you. Hey, see right here, son. You like, yeah,
What's that verse you like to bring up about the spring and fall? Like,
yeah.
because that's what you have, man. That's what you have. We said this last week, man, but it's true, man. All the people that a third of the nation of Yahawah, that's a lot of people, man. All of them ain't gonna be prophets, man. That's a lot of people you got.
Isaiah 44, verse 3. For I will pour water upon him that thirsteth, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring. And they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourses.
And that's what you have, man. You have brothers waking up on the highways and hedges across the globe, man. Not even just the U.S., man. Not even just the prime place of our captivity, but across the globe, man. You got rappers, mainstream rappers talking about Yahawah, man. Is this not prophecy, man?
Hey, but it's crazy though. These mainstream rappers were always singing about Yahawah.
That's true,
Right. You go back to like Emil and them. This brother, he could go into that more than I can. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, she was with Killer
what
Priest, so
happened?
yeah.
The media was a lot. The media was a lot stronger back then because there was no YouTube and things like that, man. But Nas, you had
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
who else used to? Matter of fact, was it Prodigy and them used to be in One West?
They used to talk about Illuminati.
They was
talking
always.
about that stuff.
Her name was Emil, right?
Yeah,
was
Emil.
signed to
She was
Rockefeller.
with
She had
Killer
a whole
Priest.
song talking about Caesar Borgia, Judah, and all of that, man. Hey, they dropped her ass from Rockefeller, man. They got her the fuck. I heard she
working at
working
Walmart, man.
Marshalls or something like
She
that.
working at Walmart.
Yeah. You know, so it's really what it is when the Most High set up that unicorn to really come into exist, like to really push. Hey, they couldn't drop because the word was gonna come out one way or another. You know, back the elites back then had more of a stronghold on it because the unicorn wasn't out there like that, man.
That's why they said the internet should have never been invented.
Man. No, because I remember I was in middle school when YouTube just came out. You know, and there was only like what, 10, 50, a couple hundred videos on YouTube.
Hey, what the Lord say? He said, hey, the unicorn used for us to gather all the elect, right? Watch this. This is Isaiah 34 in verse 6. Okay, it said the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Boston, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Okay, he say, and the unicorn shall come down with them. Hey, it's gonna be done at that time. Everybody in the gathering gonna be all ready to go, man.
And then they mentioned the blood of goats, man, because when you go to Daniel's the 8th chapter, man, it talks about the goat is the king of Grecia. When you go to Matthew 25, the Lord said he was going to do what? He was going to separate the sheep from the goats. So even these nations are likened unto certain beasts, man, that are prepared for sacrifice, man.
Well, the scripture says prepare slaughter.
Right.
For his children, man. What do we have out here nowadays? We got slaughterhouses, man.
Another lost Negro, man.
For his children, man.
Another lost Negro.
Y'all Israelites, right?
Yeah.
I completely. Am I on camera right now? Is it recording?
Yeah.
That's fine. I completely believe in what y'all are talking about. Okay? I mean, it's already been scientifically proven that the first Jews were what?
Our skin, right? Don't say black. Black is no one is black like a tiger. With different shades of brown. The word black go back to the dark.
The Jews
Which
are
means
still
dark
dark
skin.
Not the first Jews are dark skin. The
We're
Jews are
separated.
still dark.
We're separated from the African. We're not African. Separation.
Damn, there's a question I have, but I forgot. I've been sitting on this question for like.
We support Trump.
No. Listen. No,
We support
politics is
Trump,
man-made.
Okay? No, I'm just not doing.
Why do you
Why do you support Trump?
Why you?
You know what? Because if you look into the Bible, right? The Bible doesn't shy away from what natural, correct? It does not. Nope, you're right.
Not at all.
Right?
Not at all.
So why shouldn't you be proud of your nation?
But in the Bible,
Whether because there's some things that Trump says and believes in or does that I don't agree with. I think he should be on Twitter as much as he is. Okay, but you know what? That's my president at the end of the day. I'm a veteran. Okay,
Ask you this.
yeah, go ahead.
Do you agree with making America great again?
I'm gonna say it like this. America is a what? It's a work of art. Hold on. I got you. Hit me.
with the brother that he just asked.
Can we agree on one thing?
Hold on. What's
This
that?
is America, right? Us talking, right?
Yeah.
Can we agree to that?
Of course. Yeah, we could agree. But you said America is a work in progress. The brother just asked if you agree with making America great again. Again in meaning what?
I believe it's a little bit of a, if I'm using the word correctly, a misnomer, but it's something that it's a slogan that makes people think a little bit. Okay? Because agree with me or not, the powers that be, whatever you want to call them, have systematically destroyed the elite. No, have systematically destroyed families in America. That's true. No matter what skin tone you're talking about.
That's fact.
True. That's a fact.
That's a part of what the new world order.
We just went into that because Satan is divided against Satan. What you got to understand is that the white man, so-called white man, is such a devil.
No. I'm not. Hold on. I'm not getting into that. I'm not doing that. Because the same white people you see around you.
That's why you didn't let me finish. I got to finish my point.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Continue. Yes, sir.
Okay, see, the white man is such a devil. White man is such a devil. He doesn't even share with his own people. That's his greed. As black people, if I'm eating, that's just a spirit that's on us. If I got money, if I'm eating a piece of chicken wing and my brother right here is hungry, I'm gonna give him a piece of chicken wing.
So you're pro-social.
This is what I'm saying. That's a spirit that's on our people naturally. The spirit that's on them naturally is greed. And history proves that. History proves that.
Now, let me ask you this. When was America great?
I already said.
I said, when was it great?
I already said. It's a misnomer, and the slogan itself causes people to think. And they say, when was America great? It's a work in progress. Right? So it's a work in progress. So
Simple question.
America
nothing
was,
is simple.
America was once great. It was once great.
Can I let me finish. What is? Okay. I think it's a misnomer, okay, but it causes people to think, all right? When you say make America great again, people start to think, well shit, what have we lost that used to be great?
I'll tell you what it is. Slavery.
Family.
I'll just give you the answer.
Simple question.
It was
When?
slavery.
It's
It
a
was
simple
slavery.
question. When was it great?
That's what made America great.
When was it great?
America, it's been, how long is it, since you're such an American, right? How long is
You're
it?
an American too.
I'm an American citizen. But how long has America been a country, established as a country?
So the Constitution was ratified in 1787. So that's what we can really say. The Declaration of Independence was 1776.
Okay.
But if you want to be technical, it would be 1787 when your Constitution was ratified.
Okay. Since then, how many wars has America, how many years in its existence has it been at war?
Many.
98% of the time.
Many.
So wouldn't you agree that a great nation is about peace? So how can a great nation be a great nation if it's been at war its whole time?
Going other people's lands and taking.
Hold on, not only that, Washington, D.C., is that a state or is it not a state?
It is not a state.
What is it?
It's a district.
It's a city, right? It's a district of Columbia.
It's a city
It's a city state, right? That's where your president lives, right?
And your president lives.
Okay, but that's where the heads of all the militaries are at, right?
You're talking about the Pentagon.
The Pentagon.
Yeah. My former boss.
They're not even in the United States of America.
Okay.
So this country is being ran from a place militarily. America is just the military might for the world, man.
That's why it's
America is
always
just a
butting into
corporation.
other people's affairs.
We're talking about New World Order and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, because ultimately they run.
Let me say something.
That's not New World
That's
Order.
not New World Order, but we could get into that topic if you would like. But listen, up here we vote for Trump. We're Trump supporters too.
We don't vote for Trump.
No, we don't vote for Trump. We support Trump.
Yeah.
Because Trump is going to get this place nuked, and that's what we're waiting for.
Yep.
I'm going to just let you know straight up. Because nuclear bombs falling on this place is our salvation.
So you want the destruction of America?
I do.
You want the destruction of what? What do you call it? Zion? I don't know.
This is Babylon.
This is Babylon.
Babylon.
Yeah.
Okay. This is New Babylon.
This is the new Babylon, yeah.
Okay. So you want this place
I
destroyed?
got a scripture for you real quick.
Okay.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. Thou shalt not in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose one from among thy brethren. Thou shalt set king over thee. Thou mayest not see a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
So when you vote, you're supposed to vote for a man of your nation, meaning your lineage. In the Bible, nations are talking about lineage. It's not talking about.
So you should vote for a man of your family,
of your lineage.
which is family.
Kin, family. Yeah.
Kin,
Yes,
kinfolk,
yes,
family.
yes,
Kin
exactly.
tree, family tree. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that was the disconnect earlier, because when he said nation, he didn't understand that nation is going back to your lineage in the Bible. Not country.
I asked you, what does that mean about America's great? That's when we put slavery back. I didn't say that. No, I'm telling you.
So we're asking you, what, so give us a date. That's what I'm asking you. So give us some so we can go off of it.
What did I
Go on the record, man. You're on camera. Give us a date.
Okay. Make America great again.
It's a misnomer.
We know that. We heard that 5 times.
But it causes what? It causes thought.
You say
And there are
But
things that America is right
It's
now.
because he's a Jake, bro. You gotta be inside the mind of an Edomite, and when you hear that,
I'm a Jake.
a Jake is
Yeah, you one of us, man. Yeah, you're one of us. You're part of our
When you
family.
say it's a misnomer, right? When they created that slogan, do you think that they created that slogan to be a misnomer?
Or you think they perfectly understood what it meant?
To make people think, and they create to make people think, right?
So it's basically a whole conspiracy theory.
Whoa, I said no conspiracy. I'm not. I'm like, bro. I'm like conspiracy PhD. Let's not do that. Huh? Okay. All right. It's to make people think. What have we lost that was once great about our nation? And I will say the destruction of the family.
slavery.
That's
That's
free
100%
labor.
profit.
Free labor.
They want free labor
Why is it all
because
about
that's how the stock exchange
It caused a
started.
civil war. They went to
started
war
from
over it. Huh?
slavery.
The global economy.
And then when the elites came in and were gonna steal the slaves
How many
from the
years-
privates,
how
that's
many
when they had a
years-
civil
How
war.
many years has the global economy
Come on,
existed
man.
without slavery?
How is
we have moved past
No,
slavery?
we're not
No,
talking about
we got the
global.
Social Security
We're
card,
talking
bro.
about
They made everybody
America's economy.
slaves, like you were saying.
America's economy was started on slavery.
GMSORLANDO.
Hey, listen, Bank of America came from slavery. Wells Fargo, all those banks got that money from slavery.
I haven't done
They
that.
used to insure slave owners that when their slaves died or went missing, they got reimbursed for that.
So they were insured.
They even
Yes.
started loading
That's what the
slaves.
first-
All
the first
these
stocks
banks
were
you see,
slaves.
BB&T, they all go back to slavery.
The first stocks on Wall Street were slaves, man.
Come on, that's how America got great.
The stock market was
What
slaves.
is America's insurance right now? What is their insurance?
The people, now all people,
all people.
your social
American
security.
insurance is the people.
Right.
Yes.
But we pay taxes. Is that what you're saying? What
Do you know that our tax?
Is that what you're saying?
Listen, do you know that our tax system, written in the tax code, it says that it's a voluntary tax? Did you know that?
Hey, do we believe in taxes? Do we believe in big government?
Yo,
Fuck no.
I'm gonna say one thing. You know, on your Social Security card before, I forget the date. It used to say account number. Why did they take that away? You can look it up. Look up an old from like 19. I forget
Well,
it.
what
It's
you
not-
gotta understand is President Woodrow Wilson. President Woodrow Wilson is the one who invited the bank, the Federal Reserve to be decentralized, which is not federal. Right.
We agree with that.
But we know Woodrow Wilson was that president who invited him in because he was in cahoots with all of it. With what? With the 1%, the Rothschilds basically. Because they're the ones that spearhead everything.
Right.
Okay? That's
Bro, you
what
ain't telling me nothing
I
right
didn't.
there.
But this is also for the camera's sake. Edification. So edification. So when he did that, that's when Social Security came into play, right? That's when the government started borrowing its money from the Federal Reserve, right? If I take out an auto loan right now, what does the bank hold as collateral?
What you owe?
The title.
Title, your house, your car.
The car, right? So if I renege on a loan, what do they repossess?
Why did they take that away?
The car.
Yeah,
I'm talking
I'm explaining to him.
So
It's linked to the Federal Reserve.
the people are the collateral to those loans. So when these banks default to their loans from the Federal Reserve, all they can do is report.
Exactly.
That's why you pay taxes.
That's my point. Hold on, I'm gonna show you right here. 1936. Why did it say account number on the old Social Security cards? Why does it say account number on the top?
Exactly.
Because it's linked to the Federal Reserve.
Exactly.
They removed it
Your
so you don't know
Social
that.
Security number on the back is actually your routing number. I mean, is the routing number to the bank? That letter shows the state that their Federal Reserve Bank insurance is the people.
Con.
I'm a huge conspiracy theorist.
This is not a
that's
conspiracy.
facts.
This is not a conspiracy. This is not a
Well,
conspiracy.
You can look it up.
Conspiracy theorists. Well, I call conspiracy truths, okay? I may agree with a lot you're saying when it comes to especially the global kind of jump to that too fast. What? Okay.
Because I was trying to show him that.
Bro, listen. What you gotta understand is that we know what you believe in. We know that everybody's. They ask you a question, right? Hypothetically, right? Hypothetically. If y'all were if we were in Africa right now. Say if we were in New Nubia right now, right? Do you think there'd be a tax? Yeah, just whatever. If we were in Africa right now, in our own nation, right? Our nation. Our nation is not Africa. What is it? Who's Nubia? What is it? Jerusalem. Okay. If we were in Jerusalem, would there be a tax? Tax heaven.
No. Let me say one.
There's what?
Tax heaven.
It's tax heaven.
No, I'm gonna say one. No. What is a tax? Why do you pay taxes? What is taxes? Let's define the word. What is tax?
Tax is other than calling it a tax, it is.
Does everyone pay taxes? Because Donald Trump says he's smart because he doesn't pay taxes. So does everyone pay taxes?
Actually, they've already debunked that.
Does everyone pay taxes?
Not everyone has paid taxes.
So why do some people pay taxes? Why do some? Hold on. So why do some people pay?
Donald Trump has already been proven that he paid more taxes than any other president ever. Because what? He's the richest president ever.
I heard you. So
I said no.
I'm actually simple.
I said no.
Okay. So why do some people pay taxes and some people don't have to pay taxes? Why? Who?
Well, some people choose not to pay taxes.
I'm not talking about illegally. I'm not talking about people I'm not talking about Wesley Snipes. I'm not. If you have a proper lawyer, a proper accountant, there's many ways to get around taxes.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Y'all arguing about shit that don't matter. She's sitting there with 2 kids struggling right now.
Why don't you go help her? Why don't you go help her? Okay, then. So what you coming over here for? Good. Kudos to you.
This man got a house by fading.
This don't matter. This don't matter.
This don't matter.
You got basketball shorts and high top socks on, man. From my great. Niggas is carnal, man.
No, but anyway, back to what I was saying. No, I said, why do some people pay taxes and why do some people don't have to?
Play the system and don't pay taxes. Some people just straight up choose not to pay taxes, and some people do pay taxes. Can I ask you a question? Do you think that they set up legal loopholes?
Thank you.
I think if you're smart enough, you can find them loopholes and not pay taxes. But for me to find the loophole, that means it was created.
By who?
Right. So I think so. These big foundation and corporations. Go ahead. I think that loopholes, right, are sometimes intentionally created, and sometimes loopholes are not created. It's like you playing a schoolyard game, right? You play a schoolyard game. You find the loophole based on the rules, and sometimes the loopholes are created for you and your homeboy to cheat.
You just said just now, some people play the system and don't pay taxes. right? That's what you just said.
Because they do what? They study the law, or they have somebody else study the law who works for them.
Well, why is it that they're playing the system? What are you supposed to? No, hold on.
Everybody wants to. Can I say it? I'm gonna say it real quick. Everybody wants to do what? Protect their bottom line. You're protecting your
What
pocket.
are you supposed to pay taxes on?
Say again?
What are you supposed to pay taxes?
You mean like where it comes from or what it's paying for?
Are you supposed to pay taxes on your wages? When you work? Do you work?
Yeah, I work. Yes, sir.
You work?
Yes, sir.
Are you supposed to pay taxes on your wages?
Constitutionally?
Are you supposed to pay taxes
No.
on your wages?
Say it. Simple answer.
Okay, so why would somebody be playing the system?
Because they're doing what? I just said it.
That's not playing the system.
Protecting their bottom line ain't paying isn't playing the system.
But you're saying that they're playing the system. If you're
You
not
can play-
listen,
you can play a system if you want.
This is what I'm saying to you. If you're not